तो राधा आई सज धज के पूनम की रातों में, जमुना किनारे सखी मुरली बजाए कान्हा, तो राधा आई सज धज के। कंकण में कान्हा की खनक है, नूपुर में कान्हा की झनक है, काजल में कान्हा की झलक है, राधा की झुकी झुकी पलक है। काजल में कान्हा की झलक है, राधा की झुकी झुकी पलक है। पूनम की रातों में जमुना किनारे सखी मुरली बजाए कान्हा, तो राधाई सज धज के। कान्हा की सुंदर सूरत है, आंखों में राधा की मूरत है। कान्हा की सुंदर सूरत है, आंखों में राधा की मूरत है। दुनिया में और क्या जरूरत है, जब सामने जोड़ी खूबसूरत है। दुनिया में और क्या जरूरत है, जब सामने जोड़ी खूबसूरत है। नम की रातों में जमुना किनारे सखी मुरली बजाए कान्हा, तो राधाई सज धज की। कृष्ण प्रेम का अद्भुत नाता, जो आए यहाँ वो अमृत को पीता। जन्मों की प्यास तो यूं ही बुझाता, राधा बिहारी का दास बन जाता। जन्मों की प्यास तो यूं ही बुझाता, राधा बिहारी का दास बन जाता। पूनम की रातों में जमुना किनारे सखी मुरली बजाए कान्हा, तो राधाई सज धज की, तो राधाई सज धज की, तो राधाई सज धज की। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. Radha's cosmic energy, and we are invoking her. You get all her power when you raise your hands like that. That's what they do in North India. My dear devotees, we go back to the 9 yogis and King Nimi. Who is the man whom the Lord loves? Who is the man who is the best among devotees? Bhagavatottama. Na yasya swapara iti vitteshu atmanivabhida sarvabhuta samasyantaha savai bhagavatottamaha. All our scriptures have upheld one point. Where there is pride, there is no devotion. Where there is devotion, there is no pride. There should not be pride. If there is ahankara, that means it is not bhakti. Bhakti is not paripurna if there is ahankara. I have, by the grace of God, met so many great Mahatmas. Two main people who come to my mind are Anantaram Dikshitar and Akhananji Maharaj. You can call them Wikipedia, you can call them encyclopedia, you can call them whatever you want. They knew all the scriptures by heart. Their shishyas would go wrong, but they would not go wrong. With the books, their shishyas would fumble, but not these great men. And yet, how humble they were, how humble. Whenever I think of them, I bow down. Reminds me of Bhartrhari's lines. Bhartrhari, our commonsensical Sanskrit poet, says, I was very proud of my scholarship, but my scholarship disappeared like fever after antibiotics when I met greater men than myself. When I met greater men, I just crumbled before them. I was nothing compared to their gigantic knowledge of the scriptures. He who is proud cannot be a devotee. A Bhagavatottama is never proud. Na yasya swa para iti vitteshu atmani va bhida. He doesn't say, this is mine, that is his. Udara Charitanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a favorite shloka of our beloved Prime Minister. He who says, this is mine, that is yours, is an ordinary person. But he who is Udara Charita says, everything is ours, everything belongs to the world. Udara Charitanam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire world. Why? Why does the world praise Modi ji? Because he feels the world also belongs to Bharat. That is his feeling. All other countries think their country is their country and their motherland or fatherland, whatever you call it. But it is they feel that geographical territory is theirs. For the one who has got a large expanded heart, the entire world is his. Sarva bhuta samashantaha savai bhagavatottamaha. The Lord in the Varaha Purana, the commentator states, is telling us, I am not anything normal. What I like about the Lord is his big ego. Swami Chinmayananji would always say, the Gita comes to my mind today because 25th is approaching, Gita Jayanti. He would always say, there's a big I and there's a small I. The big I is Krishna's I. The small I is Arjuna's I. The small I has to be belittled by the big I. Whenever you think of Krishna, I, aham vishwanaro bhutva, sarvadharman parityache, mamekam sharanam raja. It's always me, I. And that is what the Lord is saying. Naivam tvaya anumantavyam jivatmaham iti kvachit. I am not the Jivatma, I am the Paramatma. Remember this, the Varaha Purana is defining Godhead. Varaha Purana says, Narayana talks about himself and says, Naivam Tvaya Anumantavyam Jivatmaham iti kvachit Sarvair Gunair Susampannam Daivam Mam Jnatum Arhasi. Janma Karma Chame Divyam, says the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, I am not a maternity ward product. I appeared in the world. I was not born. Tamadbhutam balakam ambujekshanam. I came into the world like the moon comes in the sky. The moon is not born to the sky. The sky does not give birth to the moon. The moon is seen against the sky. That is how the Lord appeared against the background of Vasudeva and Devaki. He appeared. I hope you understand. He was not born. There's a lot of difference between human birth and divine incarnation. Whenever I do the Bhagavata, I tell you about it. We are different from the Lord. Jivatmaham iti kvachit. No, don't think so. Sarvaihi gunaihi susampannaha. We human beings have some gunas and many avagunas. That is why in my message I say the battle is on. We have only 5 Pandavas and 100 Kauravas. Majority of bad gunas and minority of good gunas. But they are there. So when Krishna joins, Krishna plus 5 gunas can conquer the 100 Kauravas. That is the battle that is on in my message. That is what I felt. But where the Lord is concerned, Sarvair Gunaihi Susampannaha. Whether it is the Ramayana or whether it's the Bhagavata, the great sages are only talking about the Lord's gunas. Mother Rukmini sends a message to Krishna, Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shinvatam te nirvishya karna vivarai haratongatapam. My legendary sister, Dr. Padma Subramaniam, beautifully portrays how the Lord comes into the mind of Mother Rukmini when she is describing his gunas. I love you, Krishna, because of your guna. That is what Mother Rukmini says. Rukmini maa ka prem sandesh sun, tera dil machla, Prabhu tera dil machla, ek hi kshan mein vipra ko lekar, ek hi kshan mein vipra ko lekar, Vidarbh tu hai chala. Om Jai Jai Dwarkadhish. That was the guna of Shri Krishna. when the Valmiki Ramayana opens, Konvasmin Sampratam Loke Gunavan Kascha Viryavan. Why does Mother Sita adore Sri Rama? Because of his gunas. Guna. It is character that is important. And the Lord says, I have all the gunas in me. Sarvair gunairsu sampannam daivam mam jnatum arhasi. I am not Shivatma, I am Daiva. And I have got all the gunas. Remember that. Tribhuvana vibhava hetave akunta smriti jitatma suradivir vimrigyat na chalati bhagavat padaravindal lava nimishardhamapi yaha sa vaishnavagreha. Just by wearing the Sri Churnam, you are a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava Bhakta, or that too a Vaishnavagra. The best among the Vaishnavas, who is he? He is the one who concentrates on the Lord's lotus feet. And how are the lotus feet? Those which are sought by the great Brahma and Shiva, the demigods also. That one. And the mind of this Bhagavatottama does not move away from the feet of the Lord even for a split second. Very difficult. How many times we forget him? After the pandemic, when my katha stops, how many will remember the katha at 7 o'clock in the evening? You wouldn't believe. After the katha is over, sometimes when I take a break, by 7, I'm restless. By 10 minutes to 7, I'm restless. And I'm asking my helpers, something has gone wrong. I'm not doing something. They say, Amma, inniki kada illa. Today there is no katha. Oh, I see. That's right. But you know, that longing or that belonging, whatever you call it, to the Lord, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. How do we learn this? From the bhaktas. Lava nimishardham api. According to Prabhupada Swami's translation, lava means 8/45 of 1 second. My arithmetic is very bad. 8/45 of 1 second. Nimisha is 3 times this. Even that small little passage of time, he doesn't forget the Lord. He is a Vaishnava. Can't forget the Lord. मैं भूल नहीं सकती, तुझे भुला नहीं सकती, कि तू ही दाता है, मेरा भाग्य विधाता है. I can't forget you, Master. I can't forget you. When I was passing through hard times, my mother said, why do you remember the Lord? I said, I can't help remembering him. I can't forget him. He's there. He's there with all of us. We should remember him. That is what he wants. Na chalati bhagavat padaravindat lavan mishardham api yaha sa vaishnavagraha. He's the best. He's the best among the Vishnu Bhaktas. He doesn't want anything. What? Tribhuvana vibhava hetave apyakuntha smriti ajitatma suradibir vimrigyat. He doesn't want anything when compared to the master of the world. Reminds us of another verse from the Bhagavata, na parameshtyam, na mahendradhishyam, na sarvabhaumam, na rasadhipatyam, na yoga siddhir, apunarbhavam va, mai arpitam, arpitat, mai arpitam ichhati matvinayat. No one who is attached to the Lord will ever move away from him. You can give him $10 million. That's why I keep telling you, asked me to stop talking about the Lord and offer me the best of the post in government of India. I don't want it. From where did we learn it? From the Bhagavata. Na parameshtyam. Don't want to be the supreme demigod in the universe. Mahendradhishnyam, equal to that of Indra Mahendra. Na sarvabhaumam, sovereignty. Na rasadhipatyam, neither ruling all the lower planetary systems, namely the Netherlands. Na yoga siddhir, do you want yoga siddhi? Ashtamaha siddhi? No. Apunarbhavam va, do you want to be liberated? No, sir, I just want Krishna. That is all. Nasta dharme, न वसुनिचये नैव कामोपभोगे यत् भव्यं भवतु भगवन् पूर्वकर्मानुरूपम् एतत् प्रार्थ्यं मम बहुमतं जन्म जन्मान्तरेऽपि त्वत्पादाम्बोहयुगता निश्चला भक्तिरस्तु नाहं वन्दे मुकुन्दमाला नाहं वन्दे तव चरणयो द्वन्द्वमद्वन्द्वहेतो कुम्भीपाकं गुरुमपि हरे नारकं नापनेतुं रम्या रामा. I don't want to embrace apsaras in heaven. Ramya Rama Mruduthanulata Nandani Napirantum Bhave Bhave Hridaya Bhavane Bhavayeyam Bhavantam. Let me always think of you, Narayana. This is what Kulashekar Alvar says when he talks about his prayer to the Lord. This is how the great bhaktas are. Bhagavata Uruvikramangri Nakhamani Chandrikaya Nirastatape Hrudi Katham Upasidatam Punah Saha Prabhavati Chandra Ivodite Arkatapaha. I've told you, some of the verses of the Bhagavata are difficult, tongue twisters, not like Ramayana. Tavasvadhyaya Niratam Tapasvi Bhagavatam Varam Naradam Varipapracha Valmikir Munipungavam. Not like that, not like that. Bhagavata Uru Vikramangri Shakha Nakhamani Chandrikaya Nirastatape. You know the way it is, no? Harsh syllables. Who is the Bhakta? The Bhakta who worship the Supreme Lord, how can anything affect him? Why? Because Nirasta Tapa, all his tapa is gone by what? Chandrikaya, by the moonlight of Nakhamani. Uru Vikramangri Shakha Nakhamani Chandrikaya. Elaborate metaphor. The Lord has nails. The nails are emitting light. The light is like moonlight. So when the moonlight shines, all your tapa is gone. That is how the bhakta's tapa is gone. Hridi katham upasidatam punasaha prabhavati chandra ivodite arkatapaha. How do you think such people will suffer in the world? They will not, because their suffering is totally removed, just as when the moon's cooling light comes, the heat of the sun is gone. You must have seen, it's a hot day, and after the sun sets, when the moon rises, slowly it cools down. When the moon is shining, how can the heat of the sun afflict the bhakta? Visrajati hridayam nayasya sakshat harir avashabhihato apyaghau ganashaha pranayara sanaya dhritangripadmaha sa bhavati bhagavata pradhana uktaha. An definition again and again of the Bhagavata Pradhana, Vaishnavagrya, Bhagavatottama, all mean the same thing. Who is he? His heart never leaves the Lord, even accidentally. He says, he says, Hari. Today's message is something nice. It'll come tomorrow. Hari versus Vari. I analyze Hari, analyze Vari also, because all of us are full of worry. That is why. Now, the moment he says, Hari avashabhihato apyaghau ganashaha. When you say hey, you say Hari. Sometimes we say Hi Ram, Chi Ram, Thu Ram. Bhagavata says, no. Ramji says, oh, this man has chanted my name. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manoram. 3 times he has done it. So it's equal to Vishnu Sahasranama, and the Lord gives him the benefaction of it. That is the kindness of the Lord. Simple analogy I give. You're standing before your mother. You're the worst son in the world. But suddenly you bend down to pick up your handkerchief. And she thinks you are bowing down to her. She says, Jeete raho beta. That is how the Lord is. You understand? If the world says he did not bow, of course he bowed down. It may be to pick up the handkerchief. But this avashena, even unconsciously, if you say Hari, that is enough. The entire Bhagavata is only emphasizing the power of the name. Naam lage meethu, Prabhuji naam lage meethu. काम क्रोध तो लागे तीखो, लोभ मोह तो कड़वो। काम क्रोध तो लागे तीखो, लोभ मोह तो कड़वो। प्रभु जी नाम लागे मीठो, तुमरो नाम लागे मीठो. To tell you the truth, after the Katha, nothing is sweeter than the name of the Lord. After I've chanted so many times the Lord's shlokas, nothing can be sweeter than that. The Bhagavatottamas have taught us that that is the name, the power of the name of the Lord. This is how the Bhagavata says, Sabhavati Bhagavata Pradhanaha, Pradhana Uktaha, Pranaya Rasanaya, Dritangri Padmaha. Rasana here means rope. This great person, what does he do? One who has captured the Lord within his heart with the ropes of devotion is known as Bhagavata Pradhana. Bhakti Sutro Panaddaha, says the Bhagavata Mahatmya. How does the Lord come into the world? You tie him with a rope, and the rope is the rope of devotion. Bhakti Sutro Panaddaha. I call it the silken tassel of Bhakti. The next chapter is about Maya. Raja Nimi is asking the next question. Parasya Vishnur Ishasya Mayinamapi Mohinim Mayam Veditum Ichhamo Bhagavanto Bruvantunaha. You have to ask a question and you have to get an answer. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. The Lord says, again the Gita is coming back to me. The Lord says, you want jnana? You can't say, hey, give me jnana. My dear listener, whenever you talk to a Mahatma, you have to address him with absolute reverence. That is the way we have not taught our children. Our Samskriti has been forgotten in the modern schools. So-called modern schools are producing hollow men. They are full of head but no heart at all. Very learned where the subject is concerned. Very professional where their profession is concerned. But they don't know how to behave. Culture is out of their syllabus. We have not taught them how they should live. A person writes to me, hello. So I told the mother, please tell him that I have a name. I can be called by some name. Say I'm Premaji, Prema, something, Amma, something, Please don't say hello. Not that I want respect, but I want courtesy. That much I can demand. These are educated people. That is where I like my Muslim brother. You understand? How it has gone into him, whether is the sheikh or whether it's a sweeper, it is salam alaikum. Teach our children namaste. I'm very happy that the Indian namaste has become popular thanks to the pandemic. Everyone, namaste. What does namaste mean? What does it mean? You are bowing down to the Paramatma in the other person is bowing down to Paramatma in you. We had a very commonsensical, eloquent Tamil speaker called Kripananda Warrior. Warrior would say, two cars are passing by, they're crossing each other. Both are ministers' cars. This minister is saying namaste to that minister. The chauffeur thinks that he is bowing down to him and he does namaste. I hope you understand. That namaste is not for us. That pranam is for the Lord who is seated. Sarvasya aham hridhi sannivishto. There is so much of spirituality even in a social greeting. We don't understand. We have not gone into the depths of our culture. Our culture is basically spiritual. And I'm not apologetic about it. I'm proud that this is our culture. Please tell us, sir, when you ask for jnana, you must bow down. You must have the fervor to know. You must have humility to understand and patience to wait for the answer. So difficult to have all this. I thank my audience who comes day after day to listen to Mahatmani Apji. Thank you. Because you do sit there. I see you're seated. 99.9% of the people are glued to their chairs, whether it's a 2.5 hour Bhagavatam or it's a 45 minute satsang. That shows you have humility, You have commitment and you have the desire to know and the patience to listen. You understand? Only what distracts me is somebody having a cup of coffee or eating something interesting. That's the naughty side of me. I want to know what you're eating. You forget that I'm watching you. That's the problem. I'm a teacher now. And a teacher, I must tell you one of my the incidents in my life. When I was very young, I became an assistant professor in Presidency College. I heard that Swami Vivekananda used to walk up and down and talk. So I used to also walk up and down and talk, give my lectures. And I used to come down the gallery hall. And as I'm coming, I knew that something was happening behind my back. As soon as I turned around, a fellow is eating tair sadam. A boy is opening his lunchbox and I said, you are not eating in the classroom. And that from that day, they call me Lady Bond, James Bond. I said, I know you're up to mischief. You understand? We have to understand the audience. This is the lighter side of me. Just to tell you that when you ask for gyan, you should bow down and with great conviction, know that this person is filling your heart with the greatest of wisdom. That is why our great representative man called Arjuna, again the Gita comes, Karpanya doshopahata svabhava, prachami tvam dharma sammuda chetaha, yat shreyasyat nishchitam bruhitan me, shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. This is how it starts. Similarly, Raja Nimi is asking, I want to know about Maya, this Maya which is covering the entire world. There are so many incidents in our life when we are enveloped by Maya. Nanu tripyate jushan yushmat vacho harikatamritam samsara tapanistapto matya tattapa bheshajam. Swami, you've been talking, your brothers are talking. I want more. I'm drinking the nectar of your words, but I'm not happy. That is why I say, Mehrbani aapki. You've been listening for so many days now. And one day, if I go to Tirupati, you're angry with me because there is no satsang. Why is there no satsang? People are asking Ramuji as if he is responsible for it. No? I understand your eagerness to listen to the satsang. My dear listeners, no tripti. There is one thing. Tava kathamritam Krishna tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam Krishna kalmashapam. You're selfish people. You're not listening because you're flattering me. I'm not flattered. I'm immune to flattery now. I've passed that age. Why are you listening? Because there is an inner wash. Sanitizer inside, my dear listeners, inside. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, wash, wash, wash. That is being washed. Kalmashapaham. Krishna, the gopis of Vrindavan say, as we listen to your katha, an inner cleansing is taking place. Speaker and listener alike, please don't think we are saints. We are only approximating sainthood. That is all. We are trying to be saintly. Maybe we are seniors to you because we have been in this path for several decades. Several decades now. That is bringing us closer to the goal. We have not reached the goal. Once I reach the goal, I'll be silent. You understand? The rest will be experience. No need to speak after you have realized. But we, as we are listening, as we are speaking, we are cleansing ourselves. Kalmashapaham. Swami, Harikathamritam. I'm not satisfied. I want more. Harikathamritam. Everything about the Lord is Amrita. Everything. Madhuradipatir Akhilam Madhuram. Now the next yogi speaks. His name is Antariksha. Shri Antariksha Vacha Ebhir Bhutani Bhutatma Mahabhutair Mahabhuja Sasarja Sasarjo Uchava Ucha Avachani Adya Swamatra Atma Prasiddhaye. In the world, you have people who are Ucha and Avani, those who are high and low. The Lord now creates this world, different souls who are of higher species and lower species. And some of them go into the world and get caught by the web of Janma, Punarjanma, Some of them come out of this web and get liberation. Now, the Lord has said in the Gita that those who are good, they go upward. Those who are passionate, they live in the earthly planet. Those who are ignorant go down to hell. That is how urdhvam gachanti, sattvastha, so on. Now, what is it that causes all this? That is called Maya. That which causes the conditioned soul to approach material nature, that is Maya. And there's a long description, definition, karmani karmabhik kurvan sannimittani dehabrat tat tat karma phalam grindhan brahmatiha sukhetaram. As you come into the world, every human being, every person naturally performs all actions with his sense organs. He experiences the result. Good work means happiness, bad work means distress, sukha and itara, that which is not so. This is how the Lord is describing through this yogi what is happening in the world. It is a long, elaborate description of the entire world. What is interesting is that the wind is getting rid of its aroma, and the element of the earth is transformed into water. Water gets rid of the same wind, merges with fire. Fire is deprived of its form by darkness, dissolves into air. Air loses its quality of sparsha, touch, and goes into akasha, which is space. These are the five elements. The material senses and the intelligence merge into the false ego, and from there, the mind, along with the demigods, merges into the false ego in the mode of goodness. Then the total false ego merges into the Mahatattva. This is the world going back to the center. My dear listeners, sometimes when I think of what happens after death, I am bewildered. We are small little souls, tiny souls, one of the billion souls created by the Lord. What is happening in this Brahmanda? What is happening? Ordinary Saturn and Jupiter coming together yesterday was the talk of the world. So many WhatsApp messages, no? Saturn, Jupiter, Saturn, Jupiter. This is one of those. Imagine thousands and thousands and thousands of otherworldly objects are there. We are nothing. When you see that Brahmanda, as Arjuna sees the 11th chapter, we are bewildered. Raja says, please tell me. I'll ask you one simple thing, sir. How do ordinary, foolish, materialistic people, how do they cross over Maya? I'm an ordinary person asking an ordinary question. And it is Prabuddha who answers. Karmani aravamananam dukkha hatyai sukhatyacha pashet paka viparyasam mithuni charinam nrinam. Now, Prabuddha is saying that you have in society male and female, and they have their relationship. This goes on, sir. Then you find the world is going on, and world proves that wealth is a perpetual source of distress. It's a very strange but quotable quote. How is it? Nityarditena vittena. It is arti. It is giving problem. The moment you have wealth, you cannot sleep in peace. Many times people say, I wish I was a billionaire. Try to go into the billionaire's life. You can't eat gold. You know what happened to Midas? He touched everything and everything became gold. And finally, as Rabindranath Tagore said, even if all the sands of the desert turned into golden sands, you would ask for a glass of drinking water. Gold cannot satisfy you. You need this much and not more. You need. I don't say Artha is not important. Artha is very important. That's why Hinduism has 4 aspirations: Dharma, Artha, Kama for this world, Moksha for the other world. While we are alive, we need all these 3. Otherwise, we cannot. But all this controlled by Dharma. If you have any wealth which is not controlled by Dharma, you will have to take the second passport and go to London. naturally. You can't survive here. The CBI is after you. Government of India will not spare you. Can you sleep? Can you sleep? No. You may be in the 7-star hotel, but you can't sleep. Nityarditena vittena durlabhena atmamrutyuna. It is the death of the soul. What a lovely way of describing it. And people still hoard, hoard, hoard. What are they doing with the hoarding? When I see so much of black money, which is shown on the TV every day, to me it looks like paper, not currency. What will they do with that? Just imagine. What will they do with that? It is virtually the death for the soul. How is it called? Durlabhena atmamrutyuna. And how can anybody, how can one gain permanent happiness from home, children, relatives, domestic animals?